were talking what to do in the COVID times, and we said, okay, let's do something every week. So very good to share with you these presentations which are done by many of our friends here. We keep on doing something every week. It's a free platform, and we are creating awareness. We are trying to share our gifts. It's a platform to dare. Of course, it's a platform to dare. I call it I Dare. We are sharing our stories of vulnerability, and we are empowering each other. And today we have some amazing stories also. Some friends are going to share. So I'm very excited about this session. And thank you again for being here. Your precious time, for you could have done many things, but you chose to be here. I'll try to make this time very productive. As per my capacity, I'll try to do my best. Okay, so 3 secrets to find your inner lover. Okay, there are actually your own secrets. You have to find your own secrets, but I'm going to tell you what I found. I will be starting with my story. If you please allow me to do that, can I take 5 minutes to share my story? Is it okay, everyone? Thank you. Thank you. So, okay, let me first ask you this question before I go to this story. I remember I was in 11th standard that time, no, I'm not 11. I'm talking about a story when I was in 3rd standard. And I see the movie Maine Pyar Kiya, my favorite movie. And, from that movie, I started knowing what love is. Now, I want you all to comment in the chat box. What is your romantic, from which movie did you started learning love? Yeah, which is your favorite movie? Come on, it can be Telugu, it can be Tamil. Come on, we have many audiences here. What is your favorite movie? Okay, Vasvi Lataji is saying Athadu. Okay, RHTDM, yes, my also favorite. Dil, Neetu, yeah, amazing movie, Dil. Hi. Dear comrade is Deepa. Lamhe, wow, yeah, Lamhe. Sholay, wow, Sholay. Arey, great. So, The Sound of Music, wow. Medaji, I have to see this movie. I didn't see it yet. The Sound of Music, The Blue Lagoon, exactly, Alicia. I completely resonate with that. Khamoshi, wow. If you have not seen these movies, we have some special movies here. So we can see that February, the Valentine's month. Kaho Na Pyar Hai, exactly. Wow, Kaho Na Pyar Hai, amazing movie. So friends, I was in 3rd standard and I saw the movie Maine Pyar Kiya, right? In Hindi movie that came up, and kuch hua, something happened, from there. Oh, this is love. Oh, wow. Yeah. And I started becoming a little heroic at that point of time. A little hero was born in me. And I made a little presentation to make it more interesting. Um, and a spark was born in me. A spark. When? In our colony, in our school, there was a girl. She's very beautiful, very talented. She came, and there was a spark. Something like a ting happened in my eyes, seeing her, and I was feeling something which I have never felt before in my system. Right? She was attractive, and there was a spark, and we became friends. And for some reason our friendship had some quarrel, so we separated. We are not talking to each other, and in that moment when this separation happens, this second phase, first is spark and then is a separation, and we were watching each other from a distance. Then there is certain feelings that are happening which is unspoken. These feelings started generating in me, unspoken feelings. Just hold on, friends. Few friends are joining, still joining. So first came the spark, okay? A spark, right? Everybody resonates with me. Everybody has a spark. Everybody has a spark in their life at some point of time. Agree? Yes, every one of us have spark, and then there is a separation, okay? And in the separation, there is a little pain, and there is attraction in that pain, right? And this is what I call the illusion. Now, what is the illusion? Illusion is, oh, there is something, there is a void in me. There's a void in me. There's something missing in me. And what happened in 3-4 months, her father got transferred and she moved to a different city. I was broken. I remember crying. I was just in class 3. I was crying. I had pain. That was the experience of pain. And all these movies made me feel it more. Oh yeah, this happens, and the girl goes away, the boy cries, and there was this pain I was going through. Right? And this pain gives the inward journey. Now, for me, as you know, I speak about my story because then I entered my teenage and I suddenly found that, oh, I'm in a wrong body. I'm born in a female body and I have male feelings. And this is just not okay for the society. Oh, it's so shameful. I can't share it with anyone. And I have this feeling, constant feeling of getting attracted towards other women, other girls. And it was just not okay. I was so feeling embarrassed with who I was, right? So this is what I call the illusion and the pain stage, these two stages, the illusion and the pain stage. And I did go into looking for that perfect partner outside myself. Oh, there is someone Miss Right. There is someone Mr. Right. We look for Mr. Right, Miss Right. Always my heart was looking for that Miss Right. And then this pain leads me into my inward journey. I met my mentor in 2008, friends. 2008, I met Dr. Newton as my mentor, and he told me that follow your heart. Aditya, you are looking for here and there, you have a system inside you. You have an innate wisdom inside you which can guide you. Follow your heart. I never heard this before. And I started connecting to my heart. That's the inward journey. I started going inside my heart and asking questions, and I started getting answers. I started meditating. I started doing inner work. I joined him in 2012. I learned all the inner work. And this inward journey led me, it told me, there's a gap between my body and my mind. There's a gap. And I would be more comfortable if I am in a male body. So then I transitioned medically from a female body into a male body. I took a transition. So in a way, I lived in two bodies, right? In a way, I am aware of what a female feels like, what a male feels like, even physically. But friends, I was doing my inner work. I was working with a lot of people. I was doing workshops on sexuality, gender, and this divine union. But I have to admit, I was not accepting the female part in me. I still had a rejection. The rejection creates this illusion. And when I am rejecting that part in me, I am thinking and I'm feeling that someone is outside there waiting for me, who will come to rescue me, will come to love me. And so this was the start of the inner journey to find that inner feminine, what is my inner divine feminine telling me? And this inner journey was a long journey. It has been 2016. I have been taking workshops, sharing about these amazing tools that I discovered from many masters like Mantak Chia, David Deda, even the great master Osho, learning from his system. And I started testing. Once you get an analogy, you want to now test it. They are always telling you the lover is inside you. They tell you, but you understand it mentally, but then you want to test it. So I was in a testing phase, and in this testing phase, I was able to discover my inner divine feminine. What I found is this divine feminine that was inside me was being reflected in many ways. Like my mother is a part of this divine feminine. I could heal my relation first with my mother. I could accept her the way she is. My sister, my friends, the women that I was attracted to, even nature. Everything that existed outside me, everything that is creative, I started understanding. My intuition started opening. Otherwise, I was a very left brain person. And my intuition started guiding me. That's what I call as an inner awakening of the divine feminine. And I started building a relationship with her. I started talking to her. And my deepest experience of this divine feminine, what I can say is in my meditation, in my inner work, is the experience of the Kundalini. Kundalini is that's my other half. We say other half. It's outside. But the experience of Kundalini is inside, because if you notice that person or that thing that attracts you the most, give you an experience inside. So for me, when I'm looking at this flower in the nature, this beautiful flower, it gives my Kundalini a spark. I feel good inside. Even looking at a beautiful dog and beautiful animal, it gives my Kundalini a spark. That is my divine feminine. That is my inner partner. And the one that is looking for that divine feminine, the one that is aware of this experience, is what I call is the masculine. So now I feel still I am more on a masculine experience. I love a masculine experience. I love to dance like a man, I love to talk like a man, I like to behave like a man. But inside, I am now aware of all the projections that I had for my inner feminine. I was looking for it outside. So this inner lover was getting projected outwards. And this made me a lover. We are all lover friends. We are all lovers. We all have these dynamics going on. We have awareness, consciousness, and we have Kundalini. And the Kundalini is, we say the manifest is the mother. Whatever is manifested around us, it's creative, it's so beautiful, it gives you an experience. Of course, it's good to have a partner also that you can maybe dance with more, celebrate more. There's nothing wrong, again, having a partner. But this experience is an inside to outside experience. More than, outside to inside also we get it. That is also true. For me, it has been from inside to outside. And this is the journey back home, friends. This is where we start journeying back home. In the unity consciousness. Okay, so here is our subject today. for the 3 secrets to find your inner lover. Now, before I go into this, okay, let me just go back here, and I have a question for all of you. What makes you happy? Approval or a meaningful connection? Please type your answers on the chat box. The question is, what makes you happy? Approval or meaningful connection? Yes. Right. So everybody is going for meaningful connection. Right. Exactly. Meaningful connection. We are all looking for deep, meaningful connections, right? And friends, this is the journey of a soul. We are all born from the spark. We are all born from there, right? Like a big bang. We are born from this spark. And then we are separated from this spark. When we are in the spark, when we are in the mother's womb, when we are in a zygote form, the masculine feminine is there inside us. It's glued to us. Then we start separating from it. And the separation creates the illusion. And then there is the pain. But because of the pain, we come to the inward journey. And we go into a testing phase. We test. Is it working? And then there is a reunion. If you really test, if you ask the right questions to yourself, like I asked the question, you're looking for a deep, meaningful connection, or you're looking for approval. Many of the time, unconsciously, we are looking for approval, friends, more than building deep connection. First, the connection is with your own self. It's not an external connection. And then we all become a lover, and that's the way back home. Back home, we are going back into the source. Let us do a 5 minutes process. We'll do a 5 minutes process, okay? What I want you to do is, wherever you are sitting, be very comfortable. Before we head on to the secrets, be very comfortable, sit comfortably, close your eyes, okay? Tell yourself that I'm going into a meditative state right now, right? Just follow your breath, relax. Be with your breath. The breath is the feminine part, it's moving. Your awareness is the masculine part. Okay, so it's when you are even meditating, the two forces are working, the masculine and the feminine. You just settle down, be easy, be yourself, relax your body, relax your mind, give yourself 5 minutes, disconnect yourself from the external world. Forget about the screen right now, focus on my voice. Take 2-3 deep breaths. That's very good. And now, I'd like you to go back into that memory when you had the first spark in your life. The first spark. Maybe it was, if you are a man, it could be a woman. If you are a woman, it could be a man. Sometimes it could be a tree, a pet, but somewhere where you have felt the spark. Go back, remember your first experience of the spark in you, something that has brightened you. and allow yourself to relive that. It's okay to go into that and feel it. What did it feel like in your body, in your mind? What was happening? That first experience of that spark, of meeting this special being. Allow your body to feel that. Let it come into your consciousness, the first experience of that spark. It's a beautiful feeling. And stay there with this spark. Accept it, embrace it. Don't put your mind into that. Put your heart into this experience. Let it be a heart experience. Maybe it was back in your childhood. Yes, feel it. Let the body feel it and let it expand. Let it go to all the body parts where the body is numb. Let the spark travel to all the cells of the body. That's beautiful. Embrace it, accept it, and also feel, where are you feeling this spark? Where in the body is the spark? Where is this spark? Is it inside or is it outside? So we are closing our eyes, going into that first experience of feeling a spark in our life, where we met this special person. And we are embracing this beautiful experience inside our body, in our mind, and saying it's okay to feel it again, stepping into that experience again. The first experience of having a spark in your life. That's beautiful. And allow it to fill your body, allow it to fill your mind. Your emotions, your muscles, your bones, your DNA. Though the attraction is outside, but it is your own spark, it's your own energy. Wonderful. Now, whenever you're ready, you can start slowly coming back with that experience of spark. Come back very slowly. You can rub your hand, put it on your eyes whenever you're ready, and come back. Okay, anybody wants to share? Could you connect to that spark? Could you remember that? Could you have a feeling of it? Yeah, anybody wants to share? They can unmute themselves.
Can I share?
Yeah, Amrita, please.
Yeah, so it was like a bright light, light like a star, like sparkle, that I could feel in my body, and it was the first time I could see my crush. It's like, and I saw him waiting for me. Every day he used to wait for me. So I had this thing, oh, he's waiting for me. So I also had a crush on him, and he also had a crush on me. So it's like, it made me feel very special. And also there was a spark. Uh, like, I couldn't believe that. Oh, he's for me. He's waiting for me. How is it possible? He's waiting for me. And also there was this starry energy, sparkly energy that just triggered in me,
Yes.
and it's there in my left side of my body.
So
Yeah,
beautiful. So beautiful.
that was
We are
wonderful.
right. We are remembering the spark. We have gone back into our first crush, right? The first experience that was something that has lit us. It was so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Amrita. Wonderful. Anybody
Thank
else
you.
wants to share?
Thank you.
Yes, friends. Anybody else? Okay. So we move to the next part of this presentation. Now we'll be talking about these three secrets where we are going to discover how we can discover our inner lover. So the first secret, friends, the soul is androgynous, right? We are androgynous beings. Here, we all know that, right? We have the masculine, feminine inside it, but mostly we understand it from the mental perspective. It is just in the mind. We don't want to have an experience of this in our emotions, in our body, in our energy, we don't want to experience it deep. We know, okay, there is a masculine and a feminine force inside us. That's it. That's quite a superficial understanding. When we go deep inside us, inside this understanding, and we allow ourselves to express this androgynous feeling, we have two engines then. We all are born with two engines. We are only using one engine. So friends, I remember one of the case study which I have worked with. She was a woman, very beautiful woman from US. I think she was staying in, I think, California. She was very successful businesswoman, and she came for a session. She said, I'm very successful, but I still feel that I'm not using my full potential. I'm not able to express my full potential. And I was doing some past life regression sessions for her, and all the session she was seeing was a life of a woman. And suddenly when I looked at her, I see she's very feminine. She's very feminine. And I spoke to her and I said, you know what? We do have male, female, both life, if you believe in past lives. We had a little chat. And she could understand that. And she went into a life next, which was a male life, but that male life was very, very horrible. He was a beggar in that male life. And he died out of hunger. He was not able to prove his worth as a male in that life. And that was the problem with this woman. She's actually trying to prove her worth somewhere. That male energy is associated with a pain. So you see how we are connecting with the male and the female energy sometimes. So she does not want to become a male because it's related to some pain in the back, in the past. When she was able to relive that, release it, she could go into a very powerful male life where in the very ancient civilization, a very, I think it was Tekos in the Mount Shasta. They're called, there was a civilization And that time she was a he was managing the administration there. And she was basically a researcher in California. After this session, she left her job as a researcher and took a administrative job, and she was able to excel in that. Isn't that beautiful, friends? When you can experience the other side of you, it gives you your full potential. So we have some sharings here, and I request Madhulika to share about her journey for this topic, and I really appreciate Madhulika taking a step to do that. Yes, Madhulika, we want to hear from you, we want to learn from you.
Hi guys, and thank you Adi for making me, or I think motivating me to be here, and so that I can put my story. So basically, I have a health condition called hirsutism, wherein I have male pattern body hairs, like I mean like beard and mustache, like hairs here, and also on the body. So I was like, basically, I had undergone treatment for that allopathic treatment, and wherein I mean they were just trial and errors. Like they don't know what caused it, and it happened that way. And for years, I have been dealing with that, and how I went inside in the cocoon कि घर से बाहर नहीं निकलना है, because I was so ashamed of it. The way people made me feel about myself, like that is something, ये क्या है, कुछ कराते क्यों नहीं हो, saying all sort of weird things as if I'm not aware of it कि अच्छा ठीक है, there is some issue and I need to get it treated or healed myself. तो मैंने घर से निकलना छोड़ दिया था, लाइक जितना काम होता था उतने के लिए. इवन आई नेवर यूज टू गो आउटसाइड कि बाहर डिनर्स पे नहीं जाना है, रेस्टोरेंट्स में नहीं जाना है. इफ आई एम फोर्स्ड टू गो आउटसाइड, आई यूज टू फाइंड द वो कॉर्नर में कोई टेबल मिल जाए जहाँ पे थोड़ा डार्क हो, आई एम सिटिंग इन अ कॉर्नर. आई डिडंट वांट लाइक बिल्कुल शेल, एंड आई बिकॉज ऑफ दैट आई फेल्ट लाइक आई स्टार्टेड पुटिंग ऑन वेट आल्सो. एंड देन जैसे आदि ने आज अपना सेशन शुरू करा विद द स्पार्क, so I didn't share it earlier. So and that didn't force me to go inside. I was searching for answers outside, but then the spark came when I met my husband for the first time, and I knew he is the one. So that was the spark. And then after a year he passed away, and that was the separation, and and that was the triggering factor for me. Like again, it triggered because earlier with the body issues I was feeling that I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. And when I was married, I was very happy and issues were slowly declining. I was accepted for the way I was, like that way. And after he passed away again, that put me into separation, and that trauma, depression that I failed in my relationship. I couldn't do anything to save him. And again, and all those things pushed me to find answers for why this has happened, and which led me to this journey about discovering myself, loving myself. And today, I mean, I'm very open about it. If it is there, it is there. I've got no issues. Like, I mean, earlier I used to feel people staring at me, looking, and I used to like, क्यों देख रहे हैं यार, क्या क्या issue है? अभी देखना है देख लो, be happy about it. I'm giving you something to laugh about actually. So, I mean, it's okay. And I was very open about it. Now I've slowly started realizing मुझे फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता है, देखना है देखो. And this last year COVID, because I'm a doctor and I'm working in a medical setup, so अभी बाल खुले रख के नहीं जा सकते जैसे मैं पहले जाती थी, क्योंकि to hide my face. That was my thought process, क्योंकि जितना कम से कम नजर आए. But then during COVID times, I had to tie back my hair, and everything was fully open. Like, okay, see, whatever is there, it is there. Some saving grace was the mask. Okay, यहाँ से हट गया पर mask आ गया, but it was okay. So, I mean, now I realize कि it's about loving yourself, accepting yourself. It is not about looking for approval from outside. It's approving your own self. Now I don't find any fault with myself per se. I'm perfect the way I am, and I'm in my powers. And I mean, if you like me, good enough. If you don't, tata bye bye. I'm happy in my zone.
So
So
beautiful,
that's
Madhulika. Very beautiful. And we would also like to hear like how you could accept your masculine and the feminine, both the energies, and how it helped you to find your inner lover.
how I could find both of them was like it was a huge journey going inside and realize. Basically, I did many sessions, past life regression sessions. I took uh, other counseling sessions. I took sessions with you, and then I realized with basically your workshop that there is inner masculine and inner feminine. And during meditations, I could see myself conforming to both the Ardhanarishwara form. Like somehow I'm more attracted to Kali and Shiva both. And in many of my meditations during the journey with you also, I saw that form. And with your workshops, I could connect with both of them. So at this point of time, I'm more connected with the, you can say, inner feminine of myself. Inner masculine, I'm still dealing with. So slowly it's going to come up. And I'm just going with the flow right now.
So beautiful and so courageous of you, Madhulika. I appreciate your courage to share this.
I think it's with the friends here. I mean, I could understand this is a family, and I can surely come out and say it without being judged. And at this point of time, I think I don't even care about the judgment part. It's like I'm very proud of my journey.
Yes,
So,
and
I mean, you can judge all you want. I mean, right now.
so beautiful. And we have learned so much from your journey. It's so important to share each other's journey, and we have learned so much from you, Madhulika. Thank you so much for sharing. And it's healing yourself, and it has healed all
Thank
of
you.
us. Great. So we move on to our next point of finding the secret. So the first secret is to know that you are androgynous and you really accept it. Really, really accept it. Not in the mind, but in the body, in the heart, because that's the truth. God is androgynous and we are all gods, right? And when we accept that, we have that completion inside. And from that completion, we all can attract beautiful partners in our life. And if you have partner, they will start reciprocating with you more. Because two complete beings, when they meet, they create something very beautiful, and you can offer that to our earth. So beautiful relationships are a crisis these days. I get 80-90% of only relationship cases. Okay, so that's the first point, is the androgynous. That's the first secret to find our inner lover. Second secret is the self-intimacy. And friends, I keep talking about it, and I'll keep talking about it, the importance of you connecting to your own physical body. How you can embrace that, how you can accept your energy, your gender, your sexuality, and you are allowing the pleasure principle to come into your life. It's so important. At the age of 0 to 2 years, a small little child does not understand anything rather than touch. There was a research that was conducted with 50 newborn babies. 25, they were being separated, kept in two different rooms. And the doctor said all food and everything will go on as usual to all these 50 babies, but 25 babies will not be touched, will not be hugged for the coming hours, and all these 25 babies will be cuddled and hugged. You know what happened? They could not carry on this experiment more than 32 hours. They have to shut down this experience when it was 32 hours because the other room babies all started falling sick. So friends, our body needs touch, cuddling, love. Is so important to connect to our body. This is a primary basic need to come back into our bodies. So here I would ask Neetu to come and share about her journey of self-intimacy. And she has been always inspiring. She's a beautiful artist. I'm a great fan of her. And she's a dedicated worker, and she has developed a beautiful connection to her body. And now she is inspiring so many with her artwork and her connection to the body. Yes, Neetu, please, we'd like to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Aditya. Thank you. First of all, those self intimacy जो ये word है ना, अगर मैं इसमें से अगर self हटा दूँ ना, तो intimacy के बारे में जो एक childhood memory जो मुझे याद आती है, तो जितना पता था, it's like it's in between two people only. Like I said कि मैंने first movie देखी थी दिल, you know, तो उसमें आमिर खान, माधुरी दीक्षित वो सब थे, तो वहां से ही, और उसके पहले भी ऑब्वियसली, तो एक कॉन्सेप्ट जो होता है ना कि इंटिमेसी जो होती है वो सिर्फ दो लोगों के बीच में होती है, बट द फैक्ट इज दैट कि इंटिमेसी जो होती है वो सबसे पहले खुद के साथ होनी चाहिए. ओके, बट एंड आई बीन थ्रू दिस, मतलब एक ऐसे सिचुएशन से मैं खुद गुजरी हूँ, लाइक अभी मधुलिका ने बताया कि फेशियल हेयर ये वो, and I also have that on my body. तो I used to think कि अगर ये है मेरे बॉडी पे, और फिर मैं अगर किसी इंटीमेट रिलेशनशिप में जाती हूँ तो मुझे तो ये ऐसे शेव करना पड़ेगा, ये करना पड़ेगा, वो करना पड़ेगा, वो इंसान क्या सोचेगा, क्या नहीं सोचेगा. एंड नाउ आई एम थिंकिंग कि मतलब मैं क्या सोच रही थी, आई मीन, बट इन 2020 जो मेरे साथ हुआ, एंड उसने मेरा जो ये सेल्फ इंटिमेसी का जो एक परसेप्शन होता है वो पूरा का पूरा चेंज करके रख दिया है डेफिनेटली. बिकॉज 2019 दिसंबर एंड में आई बीन थ्रू अ सर्जरी, क्योंकि वो भी सिर्फ दैट वाज अ फियर बेस्ड सर्जरी. आई नो वेरी वेल कि वो क्यों हुआ, क्यों नहीं हुआ. तो बट द सेल्फ इंटिमेसी फॉर मी इज हाउ यू फील इनसाइड योर बॉडी, इनसाइड एंड आउटसाइड बोथ. अगर आउटसाइड पे कुछ है, लाइक फेशियल हेयर है या कुछ भी है, क्या फील करते हो? मैं अगर खुद उसको ठीक से फील नहीं करूँ तो सामने वाला मेरे को क्या एक्सेप्ट करेगा? फॉर मी सेल्फ इंटिमेसी इज हाउ यू फील इन योर बॉडी, बोथ इनसाइड एंड आउटसाइड. एग्जैक्टली. एंड इट्स ऑल अबाउट self love, self acceptance. The most important thing that I've realized that accepting yourself, your body is very important in life. If I cannot accept my body, तो intimate relationship में मैं अगर चली भी जाऊं तो सामने वाला is going to make some fault in my body कि तुम्हारी बॉडी पे तो ये है, तुम्हारे तो ऐसा है, ये ऐसा है, वो वैसा क्यों है. डेफिनेटली. तो मेरे लिए इंटिमेसी है खुद के साथ, खुद की बॉडी के साथ मैं क्या फील करती हूँ. इफ आई हैव तो है, ठीक है, आई एम ओके विद दैट. And for many years I used to think like that कि I look like a man. मतलब मेरा जो चेहरा है वो मुझे थोड़ा सा लड़कों जैसा लगता है कि मेरा ये चेहरा इतना बड़ा क्यों है, ये ऐसा मेरा फोरहेड इतना चौड़ा क्यों है. तो I used to feel like that. तो मतलब तो and 2020 is a blessed year for me, क्योंकि एक तो मैं इतनी फियर से जो गुजर रही थी उसका कहीं एक सोल्यूशन जो होता है वो 2020 में ही आया मेरे साथ. लाइक तुम्हारी वर्कशॉप की, वहां से भी मुझे बहुत कुछ पता चला. आई एम ऑल्सो डूइंग अदर वर्कशॉप्स. तो इतना करके ना मुझे अब लगता है कि मैं ना लाइफ में थोड़ी बोल्ड बन गई हूँ.
Beautiful. And Neetu, how this self intimacy has helped your paintings? Like you are an artist, how did it help your artwork? We want to know also, want to learn from you about that, your
Yeah,
creativity.
yeah. So self intimacy की जितना मैं जो सोचती हूँ वो उस पेंटिंग में लेके आना मेरे लिए एक इम्पोर्टेंट है. लाइक मुझे याद है कि एक बार मेरे एक क्लाइंट ने बोला था कि क्या आप एक न्यूड पेंटिंग बना सकते हो क्या, एंड आई क्लियरली सेड नो, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू मेक इट फॉर यू, because somehow I knew that that man is attracted towards me. He want to see me in that painting. That's why I said no. I clearly said no. Okay. एंड आफ्टर दैट आई मेड अ पेंटिंग. मैं हमेशा क्या करती हूँ कि मैं जब भी पेंटिंग वो जब फीमेल वाली पेंटिंग्स बनाती हूँ ना तो उनको कपड़े पहनाती हूँ. ठीक है. बट देन आई रियलाइज व्हेन आई डिड योर वर्कशॉप ना, देन आई रियलाइज कि जो सामने वाला होता है ना उसकी नीयत क्या है ये ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. इट्स नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट वेदर यू हैव कपड़े पहने हैं कि नहीं पहने हैं. इससे उस सामने वाले की नीयत पता चलती है. तो इस तरह से मेरी जो आर्टवर्क्स है ना, अब जो मैं बनाऊंगी वो समथिंग डिफरेंट होगा, वहां पे कोई शेम नहीं होगी. एंड रिसेंटली आई मेड अ पेंटिंग वेयर जहाँ पे मेल एंड फीमेल एनर्जी को मैंने कोशिश की है थोड़ी बहुत उसमें लाने की, दिखाने की कोशिश की है.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we see that, Neetu? That beautiful painting? Can we see that?
Just give me a minute because I have to
Yes.
bring that.
Yeah, that would be great. And I really loved how you said, that now your paintings are without shame, right? So, when we paint, we are also putting our expression there, because I know I have seen Neetu's painting, they are very, very healing. And I have seen some paintings, they call it modern art or whatever, but when I see those painting, I get like some migraine, I get some, I don't get good feelings seeing that. Yeah. So there are paintings that can elevate you. There are paintings that can take you down.
Yeah.
And an artist is definitely expressing their feelings in the painting. And I love what Neetu said, that her paintings are now without shame, right? It is now projecting something without shame, because she worked on self intimacy. She has worked so much accepting her gender and sexuality. She is so much living with herself, inner lover. And that is what her paintings are reflecting. Yes. So Neetu has gone to get her painting. Is there any sharing? Anybody resonates with what is being shared? Anybody wants to share? Madhulika.
I mean, I would like to jump in. Like, I could so much relate with what Neetu was saying, and I was like, okay, that had become my thought process also. It was, I think, not accepting कि अच्छा कैसे होगा intimacy part, how it is
Yeah.
going to happen, and all those things. And now, yeah, मतलब, seriously, like I was like, कि she's exactly saying my thought process, which was earlier.
Exactly.
She has given words to me. I mean,
So beautiful. Yes, Neetu, you got your painting.
It's just front camera. This is the painting.
So we are seeing Neetu's painting.
वो पेंटिंग है. एक्चुअली इस पेंटिंग के जो कलर्स है ना, आई मीन
Yes.
मतलब मैंने बहुत दिनों बाद ऐसे कलर्स बनाए हैं. एक्चुअली जब मैंने 2016 में मैं जब पेंटिंग्स बनाती थी ना तो उसमें सिर्फ ब्लू ग्रीन ही हुआ करता था, खाली ओनली
Yeah. Yeah.
सारे वही शेड्स होते थे. एंड देन जब मेरी 2017 में जब मेरी हीलिंग स्टार्ट हुई, देन आई उसके बाद मैंने सिर्फ अगर कोई कलर यूज किया है तो वो है वर्मिलियन रेड. रेड के मैंने एकदम खाली किए हैं. बट नाउ आई रियलाइज कि आई हैव टू ब्रिंग दैट green color, soothing color back in my paintings.
Wow.
And this is what I made.
This is so healing.
Yeah. If you can see.
Yes. So beautiful. I mean, looking at your painting, it's like a meditation. You know, I always feel like that, Neetu. You can go into a deep meditation with this mandala painting. It's very, very
Yeah.
excellent. Thank you so much, Neetu. And we wish you more power. We wish you more what to say, love and light, and more spark to you. Thank you. More spark to Madhulika. Let us write. Let us give more spark. Let us type more spark to Madhulika. More spark to Neetu. Yeah, and more spark to everyone. Okay, now guys, are you interested to know the third secret? Yes. Okay, I think Shankarji is raising his hand. Yes, Shankarji, we would like to hear you, please. I couldn't see. Now I am seeing your hand being raised. Please.
I just want especially related to intimacy. It has
Shankarji, we can't hear you.
you know, can you hear me? Can you hear me now, Aditya? Is it clearer?
Yes.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. See, many times people are, you feel that they're interested in you. You are interested in some people. So, along with intimacy, I think one very important aspect that we all should remember is to be very kind. Somebody likes you, but you don't like them back. It's very easy for us to judge the other person. At that time, being kind is very important because you rejecting someone or turning down someone causes a lot of, I feel, disharmony in people, gives them rejection. It's a really tough task for sometimes. So being kind is a very important component that I would like to share. Thank you, Aditya.
Wonderful, Shankarji. Very beautiful point. Kind and compassionate. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I think this journey of finding ourselves is making us more compassionate to all the pains that we are going through, making us more and more compassionate. Great. So the third point now for finding your inner lover. The third point is, friends, is emotional intelligence. Okay, I'm trying to share my screen here. Okay. So emotional intelligence. Now, friends, when I talk about emotional intelligence, like I work with a lot of people and I see two kinds of people. I would say three kinds. People who are very emotional, their emotion is driving their life. Then I meet people who are emotionally very detached. They don't want to talk about their emotion, they're completely detached. And then I see another set of people, they are gone numb. I say numb, right? They don't feel anything. So all these three states, they're not the emotional intelligence. These are the, I call it the toxic masculine and the toxic feminine at play. So generally I find the toxic masculine being completely detached, not with emotions at all. Toxic feminine is too emotional, and when and sometimes they both go into a shutdown, they stop feeling completely. What happens when our heart is closed, our feeling is closed? You see, we are turning down our transmitter. The body, the heart is the transmitter. We turn off the transmitter, we are shut. How do we sense life? That is the reason more study is now with emotional intelligence rather than intelligence, as in, IQ. Intelligent quotient was more important. Now emotional intelligence, EQ, emotional quotient is more important than IQ, right? So self intimacy, or finding your inner lover, when you are accepting yourself, we need to look into this emotion. Many people say, no, 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 I am this tendency of saying no, 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 and I am done and finished with it. I feel somewhere we have to look more deeper what we are doing to our emotion, because this is a very, very sensitive area where we don't want to put our hands into, neither we want to go inside it. And this is where the body comes into picture. When we are making friends with the body, we are working with the emotion. So I request Sura to speak about his emotional intelligence journey when he is working with his body. How it has helped you, Sura? We would like to hear you.
Yeah, thank you, Aditya, for giving me this opportunity. I can so resonate with what you have said about emotionally being numb and emotional detachment being the toxic feminine and toxic masculine issues. At the beginning of my life, no, I used to express excessively my emotions unnecessarily uh, towards everyone. But as we know, there are no feel rules in our families. In my family, whenever I used to feel my emotion, it was like anger is not good, grief is not good, fear is not good. So gradually, I used to suppress my emotions and shun my emotions, which led to my energy being stagnated, and it gradually led to depression. As you said, when the energy is shunned in our body, we can't feel life. So when I met Dr. Newton for the first time and addressed my issue, he said, behind depression there is anger, and behind anger there is fear. You need to work layer by layer to feel the essence in you. That was the turning point in my life. So when I went to inner child workshop, I could address the raise, the suppressed anger in my body so beautifully. So, he always says about the three layers of us. First layer being the outer layer, the masks we wear to deal in the society. Then the middle layer being our vulnerable layer, where our emotions are stored. Then the third layer, the deepest layer, will be our essence, where we can find our true love, where we can find our self intimacy, as we call. So I could work layer by layer. I worked on my anger. I'm working and worked a lot on my fears. Now I could get intimate with myself, and I could, as you said, when I could feel those negative emotions like anger, fear, or sadness, I could feel the joy, pleasure, and excitement again, which I couldn't feel through the first 30 years. So I would say the emotional intelligence is very important for dealing in life, and I mean uh, it decides how our mind works, how we can decide in our life. It decides everything. Emotions are energy in motions, and it decides everything in our life. So I'm grateful that I took this journey to be able to come to balance my emotions and to balance my inner masculine and femininity, and to find a self lover in me. Thank you, Aditya.
So beautiful, Sura. Thank you for explaining it in a very beautiful way. I think we got a very crystal clarity with Sura's 5 minutes class. It is very powerful, and he's a very dedicated learner. He has worked thoroughly with himself, and is a great master. And he will be taking some sessions in IDEAR very soon. We are waiting for Neetu, Madhulika, Sura's session, and a lot of friends here. Let us come and share our gifts. That would be wonderful. Even Sumit, yes, Sumit is also commenting. Wonderful. So, emotional intelligence. That's what we spoke about. So friends, this is what IDEAR is. IDEAR's new timing is at 8 p.m. Saturday. I welcome all of you. Every Saturday we will have some good session from many of our friends here. We are here to share our knowledge with each other. We are here to support each other. So that's the new IDEAR timing. And Inner Soulmate, I'm doing this workshop in February. I wanted to do some deep lover workshop for this February. So 2021 is the workshop by Inner. It's called the Inner Soulmate. You can I can send you the link if you are interested. And the syllabus for this workshop is you are going to first understand the projections of others. You know how we project our things outside and how you can pull them back inside you, the many facets of your inner masculine and feminine energetic essences. Have a powerful conversation between your inner beloveds. Have how to conserve energy and create healthy boundaries with others, and take your intimate life to the next level. So you are going to dive into this journey. We can have a beautiful way to go more deeper into this subject. If you are interested, you can contact me. We have 2 more introductory talks coming. Ardha Nareshwar, I'm going to take up in Thursday, 11th February, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. If it would be a talk in Hindi. If you have any friends who wants to join a Hindi talk, you can send them this. And Inner Soulmate, I'm going to take this on 14th February. If you have any friends who can benefit from this kind of work, you can please send this to your friends. So that's what it was for today's session, and I really appreciate all of your time. And I now open up for any question, any sharing you have, and we can talk about it. Anything that you want to share? Yes, Madhulika, yes.
About the emotional intelligence part, I mean, when I told my husband passed away in 2007, so I completely shut myself down, totally numb, not feeling anything. And in 2014, I met 5 accidents in a year, and I didn't know why it is happening. In 2016, when I went to Dr. Newton's workshop, Past Life Regression 1, and where we were asked to go to a memory and why this pattern is repeating itself in my life. And at that time, I wanted to know why I had these accidents in my life. Always with the car, I was the single person, common factor. And my car told me कि पहले मैं थोड़ा टूटी, फिर और टूटी, फिर मैं पूरा टूट गई, because like last one was कि insurance company said कि बनवा नहीं सकते हैं, total loss में ले लो. And still you didn't feel anything. Either मैं उतरती थी, गाड़ी को देखती थी, no emotions, no sadness, no anger, nothing. Like as if nothing has happened. Like ठीक है, ठोक गई बन जाएगी. So that was the factor. And there I learned in the workshop that I had totally built a fortress around me. I'm not feeling anything, and that's what it was all about. And वहाँ से I learned Anapanasati meditation. And believe guys, वहाँ से आने के बाद मैं 1 महीने में मैं कमरा बंद करके मेडिटेट करती थी कि वो 1 महीना में मतलब I don't know, किसी दिन मैं सिर्फ रोती थी और किसी दिन मैं मेडिटेशन में सिर्फ हंसती थी. It was like some dam had broken loose, and that's how I could connect after 9 years to my emotions again, from 2007 till 16.
So beautiful. Wonderful,
That was
amazing
like,
journey, Madhulika. Excellent, great. So we have many other friends here. I can see.
Hi, Aditya.
Yeah, Sudhir. Yes, Sudhir. Please share. We want to hear you.
I wish to share my experience with Sura.
Communication, I give
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, please continue.
Yeah, hi Aditya. I personally know Sura because I took a lot of guidance from him, and he said about one thing: emotional intelligence. I learned from him. I used to take the inspiration from him. When I am taking medicines, I took it is a lot of deal and need a lot of courage. When I see him how he faced the situations in his life, I see him he's taking emotional intelligence 10 times more than me. I used to say to him regularly, you have a I have even if I have a tenth part, with the 10th part I'm handling my issues very well, and to that level I need to grow. And when I am seeing Sura's body language, I can see he is speaking with his emotion. So he is a bit fast. I can't understand what he says. He's speaking with it with his emotion. That's a very nice thing. And at the last, when I heard that one word, emotional intelligence, I got the whole thing. Thank you, Aditya.
So beautiful. Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's good to hear from many friends because such a beautiful way, when we hear each other. And I see so many other friends here. Vipul Joshi ji, Parul Patel ji, we want to see you. Monica Banerjee is here. Dr. Jay Rushana, yes. And Vasavi Lata ji, please come on camera. We want to see you. We want to connect with you. This is a platform where we are creating connection. Terry is here. Yes, yes. Please share your experience, right? How it was for you? What was your take? Again, we want to learn from you. How is inner lover connected to you, and what is your secret you have found? Yeah, you can unmute and just speak. Kamaljit Kaur, many friends are here. Okay, I think nobody is. Uh, is it too long session? Yes, we can wait. We can wait for other friends to share, to listen to them. They are coming for the Idea platform for the first time. It's wonderful seeing all of you. And I see here Saurabh. Saurabh also, Saurabh ji, we would like to hear from you. Please, what is your... Yes, yes, please unmute yourself, share.
Yep. Can you hear me now? Hello.
Yeah,
Can
yeah,
you hear me?
yeah. Who is speaking? I'm sorry, I'm not able to get you. It's
I'm
Saurabh?
Saurav.
Yeah,
I'm
Saurabh,
Saurav
please,
speaking here.
please continue. Yes, yes, please.
So, firstly, thank you for giving me such a nice opportunity. I would like to say that this was the first session or seminar, anything you
Okay, I think Saurabh, you are
can.
freezing.
Thank firstly, not freezing. Yeah.
Yeah, please
Hello.
continue. Yeah.
I would like to thank the Deepa. She gave me the ID and password, everything. So I connected here and I learned a lot from here, from this platform. And the things, there were so many things that was bouncing to my head. I was not getting anything. Like I have never attended such sessions, but I want to share some experience from the very first day that. Around 8 o'clock it was your session was starting and I was just waiting, eagerly waiting. So I started the session and it was for my time for the dinner. After dinner I took my medicine as the regular medicine I was taking. That medicine, after taking medicine, what I get now, I used to feel sleepy. But it's now more than 1 hour now, but I am not still feeling sleepy. I don't know how it is possible. Yes, something, the connection from deep inside it is. So that's from all point of.
So
Hello.
beautiful. So beautiful, Saurabh. Very nice to have you. We want to learn more from you. Like to see you again for idea sessions. Thank you so much for sharing and joining. You made us more energetic. And anybody else wants to share?
Thank you everyone.
Yes, Dr. Jaya Krishna, am I spelling it rightly? Sir, we would like to hear from you. You are coming for the first time. Welcome, sir. Yeah, I think you're unmuted. You can speak, sir. We would like to hear. Hello? Okay. I think some connection problem is there. Okay. Anybody else?
Hi Aditya.
Hello?
Hi, it's me Kamaljeet.
Kamaljeet.
It was a wonderful session. बहुत अच्छा लगा.
Right.
And the connection was missing with self. Tried to re-establish और अच्छा था और सोच रही थी कि जब वो पहले था तो मैं खुश थी.
Right.
फिर वो सब अस्त व्यस्त हुआ, जिंदगी अस्त व्यस्त. लेकिन आज वो फिर से कनेक्ट करके बहुत अच्छा फील हो रहा है.
राइट, जो आपने मेडिटेशन किया कनेक्ट करने का.
मेडिटेशन भी किया एंड अदरवाइज एक्सपीरियंसेस जो सुने एंड सेल्फ इंटीमेसी वाला पॉइंट जो था, जो आज का टॉपिक था वो.
राइट राइट, ब्यूटीफुल. Thank you so much sharing, Kamaljeet ji. Nice to have you to iDare, and to all the new friends who have joined iDare today. Thank you so much for joining. We'll meet again next Saturday, 8 p.m.
I have a question.
Amrita,
You were
yes.
talking about connecting with the body.
Yeah.
And the touch. Touch is very important for us. So sometimes, like with me, it happens. I kind of reject the touch that I give to myself. Like initially, if I want to touch myself and give massage to myself or something, so it just, my body doesn't like it.
Right.
My body doesn't like to be touched. If my husband, I like my husband's touch, but I don't like my own touch. I kind of reject my own touch. So how do I work with this?
Yes. So Amrita, the best way to come over this is to go and hug a tree. Start touching trees more.
Okay.
It's very healing, you know, the touch of a tree is very healing. And somewhere, there is a, it's very good that you have realized that. You know, some people are not able to even realize this, right?
Okay.
But it's good that you have realized. That means there is a gap between you and yourself, right? You and yourself, there is a gap. So to heal it, it's very good to hug a tree. You know, the big tree, you can just go and hug. Plants also. And if you have like a pet, it's very good to even touch, because they are very healing, and it brings you your own connection to yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can try that.
Sure. Yes. Thank you.
Wonderful. So thank you again, friends, for joining today. And as I said, we have these the workshop which is coming as Inner Soulmate, 21st February. And we have some talks before that. Anyone interested, you can share it with your friends. And next Saturday, we don't have any topic as of now, but soon we will enroll what we are doing next Saturday on iDare. We will let you know, and we can all meet. So have a wonderful evening, and my gratitude to all of you. And let the spark be with you. Let the spark. Vipulji, namaste. Nice to see you.
Namaste, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
How was the session, sir, for you?
Yeah, बहुत अच्छा है, पर मैं थोड़ा ट्रैफिक में था, सर.
अच्छा अच्छा.
मैं आपका आनापान मेडिटेशन बहुत रिपीट कर रहा हूँ.
Anapanasati meditation, wonderful.
Yes, sir.